Hi there, I'm Andy Hillier, and today's guitar lesson is going to be on the theme from Brokeback Mountain. It's a beautiful little piece. I've done a cover version, so if you want to listen to that, listen to it all the way through so you can hear what it's supposed to sound like. And then I'm going to teach you that today. Before I do though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video and leave me some comments in the comments section. And if you want to print the tabs off for this and support the channel, you can do by going to my Patreon page. I've set it as cheaply as possible and I'll put the tabs on there for you. My guitar's in standard tuning. Now the first line sounds like this. Okay, you've got to watch out for the timing on this. It's not written exactly in time. It's all quite free playing, so you just got to play it how you feel. So we're going to start off on E5 and pull off to E4. Then we hold that on, and then into the next bar we're going to play E5 again, pull off to E4, then play the open E and the B strings open. So you got into bar 3, we've got an A chord, which is your first finger on D2, second finger G2, third finger on B2. But instead of just playing it straight, we're playing the A string as well. We're going to hammer on our third finger. So we've got, and then we've got our E chord, which is first finger on G1, second finger A2, and third finger on D2. I'm just going to play down that. So the whole of the first line goes, we're just holding on, and then that line repeats. So you play that first line twice, and then we go on to the next line, and the tempo sort of picks up a little bit faster here, and the next line goes. So you see it's not perfectly in time, but we're playing D and then B2, and then all at the same time we can do like E3 with open D, open G and open B, and then we get another E chord, and I'm strumming it with my thumb, just going down on this E chord in bar 7, and then bar 8 we play the D followed by the B2. So the whole of that second line goes. Then the third line, so the third line we've got, so for that we've got this E3 with open D, G and B strings, then B3, B, then the A chord, E3, back to that G chord which is E3 with the D, G and the B strings, then A chord. And this line also repeats. Let's just play the line once. It goes. And then you'd play that line again. And then on to the next line, we've got. So the timing is not written properly there. We've got the D string, and then B10. So we've got then B8, B7, hitting an A chord, and then play D2, G2, open B, and then B2. So those first two bars of that line you've got. And then bar 15 we've got, which is A2, B3, open G, and then D4. And then we've got bar 16, we've got E2, open D, G2, B3, then open D. So we've got. So the whole of that line goes. On to the next line, it sounds like this. So for that we've got bar 17, E3, we've opened D, G and B strings, G2, G, then a little hammer on, we're going to play the D and the G strings at the same time, then hammer on to fret 2 on the G string, then B3, E2, B3, G2, and we pull off, and then we're going into the next bar. We've got a slide from 2 to 4 on the D string, open D, and then we've got D2 with the A string, so hopefully this is making sense, and then G2, B1, E, B1, G2, another slide from D2 to D4, then hit E3 with the D and G, then G, B, G, D, and then B strings. So that line slowly goes. And then on to the next line, we play the D string twice, then G2, B3, a little hammer on and pull off from E2 to E3, back to E2, then a B3, G2, B3, G2, and then pulling off to G. So we got. Then we get to bar 23 and we've got which is A1, D3, B3, D3, G3, B3, E1, and then E. So you got. And then bar 24, we play the A minor chord. So we play the A string. I've got my first finger B1, second finger on D2, third finger on G2. And I play the A string, the G, B and the E strings at the same time. And then D2, G2, B1, E, and then E8. So it goes. So let's just try the whole of that line. It goes. On to the next line, we've got so for that we're playing, this is almost the same as what we played in the previous line. First finger A1, third finger across D, G and B strings to the third fret, and you play A1, the D3 and the B3, then D3, G3, B3, G3 and D3, so it goes. Then next bar we've got like the A minor chord again, D2, G2, B1 pulling off to B, straight back to that B flat chord which is A1, D3, B3, D3, G3, B3, E1 and then E. So first 3 bars of that line go. Then bar, the last bar of that line, we've got an A minor chord, D2, G2, B1, E and E3. So the whole line goes. On to the next line, we play so the first part there we play E6 and then E5, E5 and then E3, then open E, D, and then E5. And then a little slide from D2 to D4, and then a D string, back to an A minor chord, but we're going to play the A string and the D string. Then G2, B1, E, B1, G2, D4, sliding up to, sorry, D2 sliding up to D4. Then E3, then open D, G, B, E3, B and G. Let's just try that line. We've got and then the last line, this is where it goes into Wings. I didn't do the whole Wings, because I've done a cover version of Wings, so you can go and check that out. So if you want the next part of it, just go and look at that tutorial and my cover of it. So I've just written this, gone. Which is E3 and open B string, open A with B1, A2 and B3, and then in the next bar we've got D with E1, we've got, and then bar 36 we've got A3 with open E, B1, E3 with B1, and then open B. And that's the whole song. So let's put it all together. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comment section, including where in the world you're from, if you've enjoyed it, any songs you want me to do videos on. If you want to print the tabs off, and also if you love what I'm doing and want to support me, keep me doing these videos, then I've got a Patreon page. I'll put the tabs on there so you can print them off. It really just helps support me, keeps me going. Thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.